Have you seen them? Have you seen them? Did you read them? Did you read them?
Yeah.
Well, how fantastic that we're going to look at them now. So I just want to show before the other two children come with the pocket rockets. So these are supposedly level 1 emergent guided reading. Level 1. Do you think level 1 is the first level?
These are level 1.
Wow. So how would you work that out if you had never seen it before? Tell me.
That's a dolphin one.
How do you know it's the dolphin one? Where did your eyes look?
There's a dolphin.
Your eyes looked at there, but you know if you looked at here, you know if you couldn't see that and you had to look at that, how would you work it out? Oh, thanks, honey. We need pocket racket box. The little ones. I'll get them. I need the little tiny ones. Go on, yes, you read them for a minute so you guys can have a look at any of these books. How would you look at it? Look at this book. How would you know what this writing was? Look at this writing. How would you? And if you don't know, you can tell me you don't know. You don't have to guess or anything.
The dolphin.
The dolphin, is that what you think it is? The dolphin? Is that what you think the title is? Why do you think the title is the dolphin?
Because I can see a dolphin.
Because you can see a dolphin. That is amazing. So if I had to ask you for these ones, do you know any of these words? You know in? Good. It and yes. And do you know any of the other words?
I can spell them.
The? Fantastic. Any of the other words?
Dolphin.
So we know in and we know the and we know dolphin. Well done. How would you work this out? What's the story? What's the title?
Dolphin.
Oh, look at that. What do you think? Have a look. What do you look
Dolphin.
at if you want to know what the title of the book? What the book's called? What do you do?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. What would you do if you wanted to have a look? Where would you look to see what we need to read?
Oh my god.
You would. Well done. Now, which of those words do you know?
In.
It whizzes. I can't see it.
And I am.
The, in, and the. Do you know any of the other words? No? If you had to read this book, which is level 1, oh, what's he doing? Can you see his bottom? Right, so we've got, what would you do? You know, if you wanted to read this book and you wanted to know the title,
Dolphin.
What would you do?
No dolphin.
A dolphin. And what about on here? Which words do you know?
What?
The and you know pig. Let's have a look. How do you know it's pig?
Egg.
Amazing. Wow. Let's have a look. So, boys, what are you doing, a runner? Sorry. Oh, you're going to get pocket rockets. That's fantastic. Okay, now I want to just have a look at this book. Now, when you look at this book, how would you know the title of this book? How do you know what this book is all about?
Rocky. It's about Rocky.
I can see your eyes. I can see your eyes. What? Your eyes were looking at there that time. So you tell me what you did then to say a man. Wow, that's amazing. Let me find another one. Supposing I had this one and you didn't know it was that. What would you look at here to know what it's called?
The fat cat.
A fat cat. So you can look at the writing and read it. Is that just much more exciting? I think it's much more exciting when you can read it. Let me have another look at another book. Oh,
A tricky one.
let's have a look at. Oh, look, that's got 3 words on it. Look, this had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sam.
And this. Oh, tell me, where's Sam?
Sam.
Well done. And what's this one?
Can't read that one.
What's this one?
Tam.
Oh, Sam. Tam.
I know.
What's this one?
Tim.
Amazing. Give me a high five. So you were reading that because you were looking at the writing. That is amazing. Now I just want to have a little.
This tricky one.
That is a really tricky one. And you know when we have one like this, what do you like about that book?
Because it has Diego on it.
It has Diego in it. That's all right.
I love Diego.
I love it. And do you know what we like to do? We like to get these books, and even if we can't read it, we can look at them.
Excuse me. I'm going to read that.
Can you read it?
I've the Diego movie.
Have you seen the Diego movie? Oh, that's just so amazing. And we love this.
Hello. The Diego. I saw her yesterday.
So you were trying to look at that? If I tell you that's an est. Nest. And that's an ow. Out of the nest. So when there's a book they want to read, of course we're going to want them to read it. Of course we want them to explore it. There's no point learning to decode if we don't want to read. Wow, now this one, these are blue level sandpit sandwiches. That's ice is nice. So what we want to show you is how we need to get them reading using books that are developmentally appropriate so they can actually read it. But also, of course, we want to look at any books so they explore them. So I'm going to show. Right, can you get me a book, and I want you to all have the same one. So out of there, you choose a book, all have the same one. If you come to visit the Year 2 class where we've used SSP for almost 2 terms now, it only took us a term to get 90% of the children past the blue level, or on the blue level, but past the blue level, which means that they're then on chapter books. So it took a term from starting at the beginning with possibly 3 children in the whole class who chose to read for pleasure at home. And within a term, we got them all excited about reading. Now, children get even more excited about reading when they can read it themselves. But the focus of this video is guided reading. And I want you to understand that guided reading is about using a piece of text the children can already read. They haven't memorized it, they haven't had to remember it from last time. They can actually read it so that their brains aren't having to slow down and focus on coding words or trying to guess words or whatever. We want their eyes to look at the text, to read with fluency, and we're going to help them with the comprehension. It needs to be at a stage where, yes, the children are understanding what they're reading, but guided reading is about teasing out that higher order thinking. It's the critical thinking. All sorts of different things in guided reading. It's a really exciting part of the reading process, but you can't do it until the children can read that text. This is why we have the code levels: green, purple, yellow, blue. And even whilst the children are coding at the green level, they're reading books using their code level, and they're also comprehending because, again, their brains don't have to slow down to work out what on earth that word is. And that's just using 6 phonemes.
No, you can't.
And then we're going to look at level 1 PM readers, guided reading, supposedly for prep. Oh my goodness. Oh, fantastic. So, who could read this in level 1 without looking at this and guessing from the picture? And that is not reading. This is the reading because this is the story. You tell me on here.
I choose one. I don't know, you can pick make dinosaurs.
Make dinosaurs. Have you looked at this before? Did you look at this yesterday?
And I like. This is easy for me.
Is that for easy for you? Why is it easy for you?
Because I read it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Making
a dinosaur. You did like that one. So we've got tail, spikes, lead, all blue level sandpicks. Oh, look at this. Look at the, and I bet you about anything, the next page is going to be something about look at the. Oh, look at that.
What?
And another one's going to be look at that. And some reason people think that's how you learn to read, and it isn't.
Look.
I know. Because if I show you look in another context, you're going to have no idea what it is. Right, so we've got, so how would you read this one?
Patch.
Who's a patch? So you were listening to somebody else, is that what you do? So if you had to just look at this, does it look like a bit like gobbledygook? Like a bit like, oh my goodness, I got to read that? Is that what it looks like? Does it look too hard? Looks too hard to me. I don't think someone, even on the blue level, would struggle with that one because they'd have to go, they'd go, or dinosaur. What's a dinosaur? No, dinosaur. And that's a yellow level sandpig. Can you read that one? Okay, so what we're going to do is come everyone sitting around the table. Can I have everyone sitting around the table, please?
Everyone got the same book?
I'm going to get this in a minute. First of all, we're going to have a look at these.
We got robots.
Oh, wow, well done. Okay, so I want everyone
You can test me.
Yes. Oh, well, it's not a testing. It's looking at it, isn't it? And exploring the story. So you've got Zach and you've got Zach. And you've got Babot. Are we all going to have Zach?
Zach.
So this really is still too hard, but at least they are actually trying to read it, and it is a story. So we'll go on that one. But first of all, before we do that, I just want to show. So this is a PM guided reading level 3. Oh my goodness.
I'm Anzan.
Is that what it says?
Look.
So let's have a look. Here, well, we could do that as a high frequency helpful word as long as they knew her ear. is so they've got to know that's an and that's N is the sound, K-E. Now if we went into the year 2s they'd know that because they've been using SSP for a term, but they wouldn't, they'd have to guess, and it doesn't teach them to read, it just teaches them to guess. Monkey is K-A-P-E. Again, level yellow, far too hard. Let's have a look at another. What level is this? Level 1, look at this prep, level 1. So with a limited number of sound picks, how would they read making a bird? That's B-er. So have they learnt the I-R as a picture for yet? No. So we're doing guesswork, and I bet you anything this is repetitive again. Here is the wing, and I bet you anything the next page is going to be, here is the something else. Let's have a look. Here is the I. The I. Oh, that's changed. Fantastic. The I goes... Sorry. How on earth are they going to read that? There's not any words on there that they can actually code. Here is the... Oh, look at this. EA. We don't learn that to the blue level. And they can get up to the blue level in 2 terms. So they can be reading this in 2 terms properly. But you need to think, if we were to get rid of all pictures, can they decode that? If you can't decode, you can't understand. Well, it's because you're so clever. Now, when I say if they can't decode, they can't comprehend, it's quite simply as it sounds. They can guess and they can orally comprehend. So if I read something to them, of course they can orally comprehend, or they can understand what it is I'm saying and we can talk about it. But that's not reading comprehension. That's oral comprehension. And if you read a book to a child and ask questions, it's a different part of the brain than if the child reads the book and answers questions. So just ask yourself, are you trying to develop reading comprehension or oral comprehension? If you're very clear that what you're doing is looking at these books that the children can't read and you're developing oral comprehension, then that's fine because you're clear about your objectives. But guided reading is about guiding children to higher order thinking. It is not about teaching them to read. And actually by using strategies such as guessing from the illustration, as in taking your eyes away from the text or looking at the first sound because the children can't decode the rest of the word, or guessing, or all of those outdated strategies that have been disproved for over a decade. When you're asking children to do that, that's not going to teach them to read. Very few children will learn to actually read like that, and it certainly won't help them to read quickly and easily, and it actually slows down the process for them to be able to comprehend. So what we're saying in SSP is, let's get them up to SSP code level as quickly as possible. Whilst they're getting up there, they're still reading real books, but they're coded so that the children are actually able to scaffold, the learning is scaffolded, and it means we can develop the comprehension at every code level, but we can get them up to SSP yellow relatively quickly and easily. And from yellow, that's when you can start using PM readers and guided readers and whatever, as long as you're sure that the children are actually reading them. When you see the SSP book buckets where the books are coded, then most of the PM readers are actually going to the SSP blue level. So even when you talk about PM1s, which should theoretically be the very lowest, easiest books for them to read, what we're saying in SSP is we're putting them in SSP blue. And that's the most difficult level to read because we're looking at code levels, because code levels mean the children can read for fluency and comprehension at their code level. You just got to be very clear about what it is you're talking about and what it is you're expecting the children to do. And what I'm saying isn't new. I mean, in almost a decade ago, the national strategy was very clear about this, saying that attention needs to be focused on decoding words rather than the use of unreliable strategies. So it's very clear that in the early stages, decoding and comprehension are kept separate. But we managed to still do both. So we managed to get the children decoding even on the green level, which is just 6 phonemes, and they're still comprehending. And they're having fun. Oh, right, so what's this PM 2 to 3? The rock pools, the rock. Okay, now we're actually going to have a look at a level 1, but I'm going to decode it for you. Let's have a look at what that's the level 1. Oh my goodness me, how on earth are they supposed to read that? And it sets them up to do exactly what you've just seen, which is guess from the picture. Okay, now can we just have a look at these books first? And then I'm going to show you reading them. So on this one, because you can't actually read these, I'm going to decode them for you. So can we have it all sitting on the chair in 1, 2, 3? 1, 2. I love that because you're actually reading it. And this is what we want to see.
You're read me.
I am going to, and do you know what I want to see though? I want to see you reading. So just put it down for a second. Put it down for a second. Wait. See, now he's actually reading. Yeah, no, what did you just say? Can you just tell Mrs. Corey what you just said? Brilliant. You just said I can't read that. And you can't, and that's what we're doing. We're going to give you books you can read, because there's no point giving you a book you can't read, is there? What's the fun in that? The fun is this bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you. So let me show you what I'm going to do. You open the book, and I want everybody to point. Wait a minute, put your book on there. Do you know, I hate to stop you actually reading because I'm going to, because I've got to show the people something. Wait, I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to send you back to your classroom. 1, 2. Good boy, good choice. Okay, so I'm going to give you that back in a minute, and then you can read it, because I want to video you reading it because you're so unbelievably clever. Now we're all going to open the book.
Oh, ew!
I know, look at that.
So in the supposed guided readers from PM, the children are looking at the pictures and they're loving the pictures. And that is why PMs are, you know, trying to make it interesting. But you can see with those, they're looking at the pictures and having fun from that. Whereas with the other books that are the SSP coded readers, the children are actually reading them. So I hate the fact that I've had to stop them reading, because I'd much rather them be able to sit there independently and read. And what I'm going to do now is make them all point to the words, which is so boring, but point to the words because I want their eyes to at least look at the words whilst I decode and they can say the words. So if you are having to in a school that is not updating their strategy, so if you're in a school where you're being told you've got to use guided reading with PM readers and whatever, even though you know better and you know this is going to slow down the process for these children, I just want you to have some strategies so at least you can help wire these brains a little bit more for reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to point to the words, I'm going to decode it, they say the word, and we carry on when we say it. This is not something I would recommend at all. I want children actually reading. But I know that in Australia we've got a lot of people still using PM readers, still using guided reading as if it's somehow going to teach the children to read. We're using developmentally inappropriate books. So rather than saying, I know what a battle it is, I've been battling this since I arrived in Australia. However, what I want to do is show you some strategies, so whatever you have to do, at least you can get around things and you can help children as much as you can. And if you want more information about how you can help children using the things that you're being told you have to do in school, then please do email me. But I also do want you to see what actually we do want to get every single child. We can get every single prep child in any area with English as a second language and whatever reading before the end of their prep year if you start it in term 1. No problem at all. Every single child. And we don't use PMs at all.
You're pointing. I'm going to do the sounds and you're going to follow it. Wait. Look. This. Point to the word.
This.
And keep watching it. Stop. Now watch. If I say this, you're going to say the word. What's the word if I say this?
This.
Now look at the next word. You ready? Look at the next word.
This.
Look at the next word. Ready? Dolphin. Brilliant. Keep looking at it. Wait. No, stop. I'm reading.
Dolphin.
No.
Dolphin.
Yes.
Is.
Big. Yes. Now let's go back to the beginning. The dolphin is big. Brilliant. Now let's have a look at this one. Point. I am decoding. I am decoding and you're saying. Wait. Wait. This. Point to it.
This.
Shark. Look at it. Look at it.
Shark.
No. Look. There. See, it's so outside of their knowledge, their understanding that this is why there's no point because not even none. We're looking for shark. So this shark is big. Yes. So I can decode it for them if they've got to work. If you're a parent and this is far too. Yes, octopus is is big. Big. This octopus is big. Let's look at this one. The is.
He had a pocket knife.
And it's that. Stingray. It is a stingray. Is big. This stingray is big. So
this activity is of no use to these boys, and this is why we start to have behavioural difficulties. They are bored doing that. They'd much rather look at the pictures, and that's fine, and that's why we have books in the classroom that they can just look through, and we encourage that. But this particular session is supposed to be about me helping them with the guided reading, so helping them to understand what they're reading. They can't read it. It's a complete waste of time if guided reading is your purpose.
What I'm doing is brilliant, but your eyes weren't looking at it. So you look at these words now. This stingray is big. I love that your eyes are looking at it then.
This stingray is big.
Fantastic. Okay, and you need to know that guided reading means they can read it and you're going to guide them for comprehension. It doesn't mean you're teaching them to read that book. But if you have to, because you've got a book like this, or if you're a parent, I want the child to look at the text and you code it for them. Okay, so now I've got a book. Now I'm going to code it. I'm going to sit in the middle of you.
Miss Emma.
Yes, honey.
Did you know what?
What?
He had a pocket knife. You can cut these sharp.
Can you? And what would fall out?
Their teeth.
Oh my goodness me. Can I just sit in there? Can you? Do you know I've got such a big bottom. You might have to move out here. You move out here and I'll move in, then you move back again. That's a good idea. Hold on. Thanks, honey. There you go. Right, are you ready? Let me show you what I'm going to do. Is everyone pointing? Everyone got the same word? Everyone got the same word? Okay, this. Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
Shark.
Look at mine. What's different with mine? You've got a shark, and what have I got? Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Right, so you ready? So this shark is big. Well done. Now let's do it together. This shark is big. Okay, let's turn over. This octopus is big. Yes.
This octopus is big.
Oh, you're amazing. You ready?
This stingray is big.
This stingray is big. Wait, we're on different pages. No, don't touch the tails. That's right. You see, I'm getting information out of you. So you ready? This eel is big. This eel is big. Where's the picture for E in eel? Can you do jack hands for eel for me? Eel. Yes, eel. Wait, look. Eel. So there's two. Look, all of that is the E. So what were you going to tell me? Yes, double it. So what were you going to tell me about the eel?
You never touch these because they'll try to bite you.
Oh, my goodness.
Bite you, and that you get power pointed.
Will you? Like a power pointed.
What does that mean?
Well, I think he means it's like you'll get a power, like electricity. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like electric
and
shock.
You see the bones.
Oh my goodness, would you see the bones?
Yes, these things, I've seen, when people have touched these without gloves on, and
Wow.
that did happen to them.
So guided reading is they should be able to read that, and then we can do that talking. We can do the talking about their experiences. We can do literal, we can do lateral, we can do all sorts of questions. We can go back and look at where did you find out about whether the eel was big or whatever else.
This is bigger.
Oh, it is, isn't it? So all of this we want, but you can't do it if you can't read it. Otherwise, this is just an oral comprehension activity. It's not a reading.
A person small one that's longer.
Oh, goodness me. Right, look at, this is a blue level sample. Let me show you how I'm going to read this. Point to whale. Sorry, this whale. So it's
whale is big.
Yeah, so
this whale is big.
Yeah, so this whale is big. Where's the big word? Where's the but in the big word? Yes, where's the gut in the big word?
At the end.
Look, there's the big word. Where's the gut? At the end. Where's the but? Yes. And so all the time whilst they've been looking at these books and not looking at the print and actually the developmentally appropriate anyway, it's not helping them to read. So what we want is to get them to read quickly in less than 2 terms, and that's why we use all the coded readers, so that we can then start to comprehend and we can do the exciting stuff with reading.
Oh, look, that's the end.
Oh, is that the end? So let's have a look at another book. Hold on, which one shall we have? Let's have...
Oh, that one.
Now these PM readers, I'm sorry, but they should be banned, or they should be put in the SSP yellow. These are yellow or blue levels. So let's have a look. Which one do you want?
I want
This one?
this, yeah.
Okay, you have that one, you have that one, and I'll have
You
the same
can
one.
easily copy these.
You can, and you know I love sitting and talking to you guys, and I could do, but that's oral comprehension. So what we're supposed to be doing now is do guided reading, which is comprehension of what they've read. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute with books they can actually read. So we've got, right, hold on, let's just put it down a second so we can all see. Can you sit?
Whales can eat a lot of fish at one time.
You know so much. You know so much information. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
'cause
I'm
they
sitting
have a
with
big
you.
mouth.
Do they have a big mouth?
Yeah.
And big tummies? Oh, perhaps I'm a whale.
They,
I've got a little mouth.
I've had the whale books.
Have you had the whale? I love it. Do you go to the library? Oh, say yay to your mummy. Do you go to the library?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say yay to your mummy, whoever takes you. Right, are you ready? Who's pointing to the word making? I'm going to sound it for you.
Making.
Well done. Now your finger went all up.
A bird.
Yes. Now have a look at this. Just this one word, making. I'm going to show you why it's making. It's a, k, I, Who can point to the
What's that?
Who can point to the A? A. So we look at that for at, didn't we? But in this book it's A. So again, I'm having to tell them about a skill that they're not ready to understand. So A, k, I, making a. Do your duck hands for bird. Love it. So we have three, didn't we? Do. We had three, didn't we? How many letters are there in that word bird?
One, two, three, four.
There are four, and we only need three sound
And
picks.
there's two, and is in there too. The earth can.
So you knew that was bird. So the I and the R is the picture for the
Did you know the earth can make the rider sound?
Can it? That's amazing.
that-
So we've got bird. So if we had to underline the sound picks, we would underline that one, wouldn't we? That's amazing. Let's turn over the page and let's see what's next. Now we'll call this one of our duck. Yes, we'll call these one of our duck level words. So it's here. So it's actually her ear. Her ear is the
wing.
Wing. Well done. Now look, it. There's three, and there's four letters. So it. Where's the Which letters are the Which letters are the
That one. The one in the middle. The N and the G.
Wow, the N and the G. That's right. It's too clever. Here is the wing. Did you see the it? So that's the in it. Turn the page. Now I know we can guess this is here because we've just seen that.
This is the I.
Where's the word?
This is
Fabulous. So these are helpful words. These are duck level words. So we can, but we actually decode these as well. So her ear is the. We do that as well. The. Now this one is I. This needs to go in the I clan. I don't think we've got to do
E's
that.
making the I.
Well, actually, the whole thing. Because look, how many duck hands for I? It's just one. I. Just one. So all of that must be the picture for I, and we need to put it in the clouds because I've realised it's not in there. Next page, quick, because we've got to go.
Emma.
I hope you noticed what she just did. She turned over the page and straight away went, here is, because she's predicting. Because that's how a lot of the PMs, and that's why some children can actually get to, PM level 4, 5, 6 or whatever, because they're making intelligent guesses based on how PM readers are normally written, and they use the picture clues.
Next page, quick, because we've got to go.
Emma. Oh, this part is heavy. This part is heavy. Miss Emma, this.
Miss Emma. On the volcano, they cooked it. Oh my goodness, I bet it was hot.
Well, this one's a bit tricky.
Is this one a bit tricky? Well, let's have a look. Well, this would be tricky because we can't decode any of these words. So, well, actually, wow, it does look like it could be a sandpit sandwich, but it isn't because it would be ear. It would be an ear, and is it an ear or is it an eye? Well, that sounds like it's an ear. That sounds like an eye and an ear.
But it does look like one.
It does look like one, doesn't it? Because it's got the E there. It would be like us having the E-E.
There's double E's.
I love that. So they're picking up things because of what we're doing. They're picking up things that are from a much higher level. But what we need to do is bring it all together so it's not giving them too much that's just outside their level and they can't put it into meaningful context. So let's have a look at here. Who can find this one?
Here is the B.
Well done. Now you remember that from doing it yesterday, but if we didn't... Hello! Hi! Hi! How are you? I've not seen you for ages!
Print white. And he said, this is one of Mrs. Emma's books.
Can
and I
you
said,
come over to
Mrs.
see
Emma's
me?
here.
Can you come and join us for a minute? can you come and join us? Come and sit down. I think we might even have another one. We're just doing a video. So if you had, do you know this book? Do you know I'm going to get you to read it to me? Wow. So what we just did was we just looked and I just showed the children level 1 and I showed all the children this and I said, what do you think the title is? And they all said, a dolphin. And so we looked at this and I said, can you read any of those words? And they knew in and the, but of course they have no idea about this bit. So we had a little look inside. Well, if you looked at it before, and then we had a look at that. And other than the fact that they knew it must be to do with dolphin, again, not looking at the text. But then do you know what happened? When we got these out, what do you think happened? What do you think happened when we got all of these books out? What did the children start to do? They actually read them. And when they looked at oh, I think we actually had this one out. And when they looked at these ones, their eyes, and I was looking, didn't go there. Where did they go to? The important bit.
Up there.
Yes, the writing, because that's the story, isn't it? So they went straight to that and they could read it. And they said, didn't they? We sent them back because they were being a little bit noisy, weren't they? So we sent them back, but it was just perfect for to show everybody else. And they were getting certain books out and actually reading them. And these books out that are level 1s and not just looking at the pictures. And then you actually said, and you said it so quietly, and I was so glad you said it, but you said, we opened this and you went, I can't read this, didn't you? And I said, I know! That's why we're changing them, so that you can read them. We still explored it because you had so much information, didn't you? And what we said was, we want to be able to talk, don't we, about them? And look at, you tell me. So what were we looking at in beak? Where's the E? But-eek. But-eek. Where do you think the E is? Which is the picture for E, for the E sound? E. You're pointing to it. Which one?
It's the A.
Yes, the E and the A. Amazing.
A, like, please.
Oh, hold on. Right, so can you read that to me? You read it to the camera.
No, baby.
How would you know what that is?
I can run.
How did you know? Is it just because you're so clever? Or did you look at this and you know that's I, cut at and can, at and run?
I know it.
You are amazing. Open the page. Oh, we're listening, aren't we? He's the teacher and we're listening. Oh, and you even know to open the book the right way and what to look at first. Love it.
Run.
Oh, I can run. Now to the next page out. We were desperate to hear who's going to run and what they're going to do.
So, but we gotta read.
We have, but do you know what? Can we just, because he's just come to visit us, can we just listen to him for a minute? Just for a second. And then we'll listen to you. There's a lot of writing on there. What would you do? What would you do?
I can run. I can.
Look at his eyes. Where are his eyes looking?
I can jump too.
I almost fell off my chair. I was so excited. Were you so excited? Because his eyes were looking at the writing. He wasn't guessing. He was looking at the writing. Keep going.
Can hop. Hop. Big hops. I can hop. Lots.
Of
The hops.
lots of big hops. Oh, and you tell us, if we didn't know how to read, how would we know how to read this word? How would we know? If you were telling an alien who came down and didn't know what that word was, what do you do? How do you follow the sound, say the word? What's that sound?
Hop.
And what's that one? H o p.
Oh.
H o hop. Because the O, it is the name, isn't it? Or do we do hope? Do we say h-o? Or do we say hop?
Hop.
We do, don't we? That's why we have to follow the sounds, not the letter names. We follow the sounds, say the word. Do me one more page, and then Missy here is itching to read, which I love.
I'll take him
I love.
back.
I love that you're itching to read. Give me a high five. Love it.
Just said to me, it's one of Mrs. Emma's books. I said, oh, she's here. We'll go and say hello.
Thank you so
You read
much.
one more, and then we'll go back.
I have fun with the dog in the sun.
Amazing.
Yes, he read it just like that to me.
Amazing.
Come on, my darling. Let's
And
keep
look
going.
at his eyes. He's actually reading
Oh,
it.
he's reading.
Oh, so excited.
Every bird needs a book.
Everybody needs a book. They do, don't they? Everybody needs a book. Right.
Let's learn to read.
You need to learn to read, and that's what we're doing. So here is the beak. What's the next page? And then we can read some of these that you can read.
Here is the tail.
Well done. Now, if we didn't know that that was tail, because they didn't know that you hadn't already looked at that yesterday and been told that it was a tail. So, to ale, give me duck hands.
To a Oh.
Yes, t-a-u. Where's the t? And where's the u? So which is the a? Yes, because there's never any left over. It must be the a and the...
It's the A and the I.
It is the a and the I, because there's never any letters left over in SSP, are there? We use them all. We don't want to waste any letters, do we? Because they're so precious. Let's have a look. What's this? The... Oh, we looked at that a minute ago. What was it?
Tail.
Yes.
Goes.
Her ear.
He.
The tail goes here.
Is the bird.
Yes, where's the Yes, what letters?
There's two B's.
Yeah, well, it does look like two B's, but that's a B and that's a D. They're the other way around, aren't they? That's amazing. Now let's look at the difference when I give you a book that you can read. Let's have a look. Right, you choose a book, either of you two. Any book that you can actually read. Any book in there that you can read. You don't need my help. You can actually read it.
I know.
Because it's much better when you can actually read it. Can you read that one? Can you read that one? So, tell the alien, what's this one?
Pat.
Yes! How did you know?
Because I start with the P.
And you did what next?
At.
Amazing. Next page. What is Pat? Is Pat a cat?
No, he's a dog.
Oh, is he a dog? How did you know that? Oh, because you read it and then you looked at the picture to see. Because it might have been a dinosaur. Pat!
Pat. Sat.
Yes! And then you can look at the picture and see that he's sitting, just in case they were trying to trick us.
At.
Yeah, oh what? A tap. What's the next one?
Tap. 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 Tap.
Yes!
Pat sat at a tap.
Amazing. Where's a toot in that? Show me a toot. How many toots are there? Quick, who can count them? 1,
1, 2,
3, 4.
4.
Amazing! 4 toots. How many poos are there?
1, 2.
Oh, look, one's a capital because it's the beginning and also because it's a name. And there's a lowercase one, so it's the same sound. It just looks a bit different, doesn't it? Where's an A?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm going to read it to you.
4, 5.
That's amazing. What's the next page? Oh, it's finished. So then, because she's read it, that's when I might say, what is Pat?
He's the one that has the grey pants.
What? And is he a cat or is he a dog? Is he a horse? What is he?
A person.
Is Pat a person?
A dog.
Oh, it's a dog, because that's what I want you to know. I want you to tell me about the story. So that's even on this, which is green level. We're still asking questions and inferring things and whatever else. So let's have a look. How would you know? And what we could do is we could say, what colour is Pat? Well, that's not telling. We haven't found that out. Do you know what colour Pat is by what you've just read?
Brown.
He is brown, but you know he's brown, don't you? Because it's a picture of him. So if I went Pat, now listen, close your eyes and just think if I tell you what colour he is. Pat sat, a tap, Pat sat at a tap. Did I tell you what colour he is? I didn't, did I? So you had to look at that one. So what about something I'm going to look to where it does tell you in the story? Let's have a look. Where did Pat sit? Pat sat
At the tap.
At a tap. Whereabouts does it show you that?
At the end.
Brilliant. Pat sat at a tap. And you know that, even though there's a picture there, you know that because you read the story. Let's have a look if there's anything else I can find out about the actual writing, not the pictures.
Where's the words there?
Oh, look at that. They're the sound pics. Yeah, so let's choose another one just very quickly just to show. Which one should we choose next?
Pit, pat, pit.
Let's do Pit Pat. Are you going to do Pit Pat?
Pat.
Pit Pat. Oh, sorry.
That's the angry girl.
I love the fact that you are organising these so well. Has your teacher told you how to do that? No, you just know. That's fantastic. Pit Pat, Pit Pat. Brilliant.
Pit, pat, pit, pat.
Oh, how many pits are there in all those 2 pages? How many words for pit?
2.
2 on each page.
2.
2 on that page, and how many on this page?
2.
Oh, amazing! Wow, how many pictures of put are there on that page?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my goodness! Right, so let's have a look. So Pit Pat, Pit Pat, Pit Pat, Pit Pat. I said it really fast. What's next?
Pat, pat, pat.
What's this one?
Tip, 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 tip.
Oh my goodness, turn over the page.
Sit. Sit.
Wow, look at that. Now I'm going to say, what was she doing with her drink? Give me a word to describe. Yeah, she was sipping it.
She was drinking
She
it.
was drinking. That's another word for sip, isn't it? And where in the book does it show us that she was does it tell us that she was drinking? Where?
sip.
Where? Show me. Show me the page where it says that she was drinking. Yes, so there's a picture, and how do we know from the writing?
Because
Which word?
Because when you were standing up and I was reading it and I remembered.
Did you remember? But you don't have to remember, because look, it says there, sit, sip. So that's telling us she's sipping it. It doesn't say sit, eat, does it? Or sit, nibble.
So finally, I'm able to actually do guided reading. She's read it, and I'm guiding her to develop higher order thinking.
Or sit, dance. Or sit, hop. It's a sit, sip. And sip is another word for drinking, isn't it? Now, there's not an awful lot in this story that I can ask you about, because there's only a few words, really. It's just helping us really look carefully to see the difference between pet and pan. I think you've all done fantastically. Shall I have a really difficult one? Now, if this was one that I wanted to just show you the code. How quiet. I didn't think they were coming back. Okay, so I'm going to show you a book that I think is yellow level. So it's too hard for you, but just for us to have a fun, because your teacher thinks that these are too hard. Hold on, let me find another one that says no, never. Where's another one that says no, never? Ah, here we go. You have one and I'll have one. So this.
You see how she's actually starting to really understand what reading is. So I said no, never, and she looked at the writing, not the picture illustrations. She looked at the writing and went, no, never. So she's understanding the speech sounds, how we're linking the speech sounds, where are the sound picks. No, never, no, ever. She's understanding what coding actually is. And the quicker she does this and the quicker we teach her the code, the quicker she can get on with the good stuff, which is reading for pleasure. Reading anything.
These are great for guided reading when they're actually reading, because this 5. Okay, so this is finished and then we're going to go. So this one, now if this was above and I was saying, oh, let's explore, I'm going to code it for you. No, point to no, point to it. No, ever.
Never.
Yes, no, never. Let's open all this writing. Let's have a look. So let's start over here. Well done. Miss, who can see the miss word? Yes. Miss, for us, put. First part, got. Et,
Letter.
itten, the, m'ale. There's the A sound again. M'ale. Wow, wonderful. And look, let me read this. Dear Miss Fuzzpot, you made to be a winner. Go to the fun shop, 16 Summer Road, Ferntown. Oh, wow, she might be a winner. So let's have a look. Where can you see Miss Fuzzpot again? Miss, for us, put, and, her, sist, ran, to, the, shop. Oh, can you do it with me? Miss Fuzzpot and her sister ran to the
Shops.
Amazing. So we could do it like that, couldn't we? So even though you don't know all of this code, I can give you the code. Where have they been? That looks so much like fun.
Librarian.
Have you been to the library? Video it.
Let's use so much fun.
Fantastic. Oh, how exciting. Oh, what's your book? Dinosaurs.
Wow. Scary dinosaurs. though.
Scary dinosaurs.
But they died.
Did they die? Oh no, what happened?
They're not alive.
Did they not drink the milk?
They're not alive. They're at SeaWorld.
Oh, they're in SeaWorld, are they? The dinosaurs?
Oh, they're not alive.
Oh, are they-
they are just a pretend one.
Oh, they pretend was. Are they stuffed?
I went to Dinosaur World and one was still going wrong.
Oh, was one going raw? Did it scare you?
Yeah, the big. No, it didn't really.
Was it just a pretend?
Yeah,
Oh my
but I went on the big roller coaster and I can finally go on it.
You are braver than me. Do you know what I'd have been doing? I'd have been down at the bottom with my knees shaking, going. Because I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. I don't go on them. I'm the one that looks after the bags. I'll look after the bags whilst you go and have the fun. Right, so we're going to hold on to these. Thank you, guys. You are wonderful. What were you?
Yep.
What were you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Now, let me just check if I give you your sounds. Let me just check if you tell me the word.
Happy.
H-A-P-E. That wasn't very loud. H-A-P-E.
Happy.
G-I-G-O.
Giggle.
Cheese.
Cheese.
M-O-N-S-T.
Monster.
Shock.
Shark.
You see, you're too clever. So when you can hear those, that means when you follow the sounds, as long as you follow those sounds, you'll think, shock. You're amazing. See you later, alligators. You can go back now. You can take that with you. Thank you so much. See you soon. You have to say, not if I see you first.
We'll come back soon.
Oh, okay. Thank you.